Self-improvement gurus are lying to you. They'll either be entrepreneurs talking about how you can't manifest your life until you buy their course, or they'll want to be YouTubers bragging about how they live the life they don't actually have. I have my dream job, I'm a doctor. I have my dream career as a DJ. I have my dream relationships, dream friends, dream apartment. I did it, and you can too. Sure, there's still more I want to achieve, and success is never an overnight thing. But if someone like me can stand here right now and prove it worked, then there's every reason it will work for you. These are 4 mindsets that will change your life in the same way they changed mine. Let's go. The lightning rod mindset. Farmers know that a lot of the seeds they sow won't become crops. Just like a frog knows most of the hundreds of spawns she lays will never mature into an adult. But there's more to tilting the odds in your favor than simple blasting out a million cold calls or asking every girl you meet for her number. There's this interesting metaphor I love about trying to be struck by lightning. Hear me out. It's true that you can't decide where lightning strikes any more than you can influence where storm clouds appear. But you can go to where most lightning storms are, and you can climb the highest mountain, and you can wear a suit made from tinfoil to increase your chances of getting struck. The point being that abundance or seeking loads of opportunities is not a worthwhile strategy if your aim is off. That's a lesson I learned when I was trying to get my foot in the door as a DJ. I'd hit this plateau where I couldn't get into big enough clubs to reach the next level of my career. DJing in empty clubs and practicing in my room was a nice start, but I had to figure out why none of these club owners were returning my emails. I kept telling myself, this is normal because eventually someone will say yes. But no matter how long I stood out in the rain, I wasn't getting struck by lightning. So I went hunting for lightning. Instead of cold calling hundreds of club promoters like I had been, I narrowed my focus to the clubs that were physically closer to me, that were more aligned with the specific type of music I was passionate about, the clubs where I could bring people to, and had a good enough reputation to boost my CV. Now, I wasn't just some random DJ looking for a leg up at any club. Now, I was some random DJ who could come in on short notice with a crowd. This is actually how I got my first ever real gig at a world-renowned club, Sankey's in Manchester, where I had the pleasure of playing to an empty room, admittedly. Okay, that's a bit of a lie. My mates were there. But they saw I was serious, they heard my stuff, and they got to meet me. Plus, getting that club name on my CV made it way easier to play at other places. Reframing mindset. They say obstacles are really opportunities, but that's easy to say until everything goes wrong. As my music career was growing, I felt I was in control with what I could do to help me get where I wanted to be. Then along came COVID. Clubs were shut, live music was dead, my career was on hold because of an external influence that was way out of my hands. I'd lost momentum, or had I? The reframing mindset is more than believing a negative is a positive through some fridge magnet affirmation. It's about understanding that changing your goal causes your body to actively search for relevant opportunities. In The Luck Factor, Richard Wiseman's book about the science of luck, it was discovered lucky people were those whose minds were already searching for lucky opportunities. Kind of like that basketball video where the gorilla passes through the group, but no one notices because they were focusing on how many passes the team made. Your senses only notice things that relate to achieving your goal. Change your goal to change your perspective. So for me, I started DJing in my scrubs over live stream. I wasn't compensated for not being able to DJ in clubs. Instead, I was experimenting with a new project because I'd reframed this setback as an alternative way to reach a new audience. Some people thought I was mad, other people didn't. As for me, I developed my brand, honed my music skills, and raised awareness for frontline health workers, which wouldn't have happened unless I'd reframed my objective. Guys, we are building an incredible community of people similar to us who want to improve their well-being and have a great time during life. As a DJ, I throw parties for you guys in the most iconic locations in the world. To stay up to date with my events, DJ gigs, and content, make sure you hit the subscribe button below and let me know in the comments who you are. Legacy mindset. If you're trying to achieve something, but the people around you don't get it, then avoid viewing this as a negative thing. My parents don't know the first thing about music or DJing, so at the start, their support felt a bit not insincere, but it's hard to explain. I knew they loved me. However, when your supporters don't know what it is you're going through, sometimes their words of encouragement don't ring true. But the legacy mindset is about not letting that hold you back. It's about taking the steps necessary to prove something so that the people around you who didn't understand at the start can see the magnitude of your success, even if they don't understand the details. Early in my DJ career, I got the chance to DJ in a global competition run by Tomorrowland, the biggest dance festival in the world with the biggest names in the world like David Guetta and Tiesto. But my parents had no idea what I was talking about. I might as well have been speaking to them in a different language. Shout out to my dad who bought a ticket just to come and watch me play at the festival. He must have been the oldest one in the crowd. So what's the point I'm making? The point is remembering your values, your desires, your dreams orientate you on your journey. Not in a I'll show them mindset. It's not about bitterness. It's about relieving the pressure to persuade other people. Let the results speak for themselves. And you know what? My parents might still not know what I do, but when they saw me supporting Fatboy Slim on his arena tour, they finally understood exactly what I do. This final mindset is the most valuable. So if you're only going to do one, even though you should be doing them all, make it the connection mindset. Self-improvement gurus make it too easy to mistreat other people. Networking is important, especially in the social media age, but behind those profile pictures are real people with their own hopes and fears, and it's not good to step over others to reach the top. So where is the line between building connections and making connections? What I do, I think, is a bit of a Jedi mind trick. If I encounter someone who I admire, then chances are, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, how can I leverage them for my own development? We all do that. It's not nice, but it's human. At the same time, we want friends. We like being the most popular one in the room. Who doesn't want to have the sincere respect of peers, allies, and rivals? That's why now, when I see someone who I admire, say a DJ or content creator, I reach out to them with a simple message. Hey, I love your stuff. It's inspired me to make this change. Thank you. Something like that. A message from the heart about why I support them. And then I leave it. But 6 months later, if I need help from them or they need a favor from me, it's easier to build on that connection because we're building from something wholesome. Not that every message of support I send is deep down a trick to pull you into my circle half a year from now. Often it's just a message of support, but you get the idea. There's no point building a network where people are treated like stepping stones. It won't help you in the long run, and chances are you'll end up lonely. But by slowly starting real connections with people who I value, I inadvertently increase my chances of collaborating with them or getting advice from them in the future. Some of these people have become very close friends. A network where you take will not be as valuable as a network where you also give. Okay, tying in with these mindsets, I believe there are specific behaviors you can implement to take you from being in the top 1% of men to the top 0.1% of men across career, relationships, health, and personal development. You need to check out that video on screen here. Hit the subscribe button below, and I'll see you in the next video.